Joshua. Nice to meet you, Kendall. How you feeling?
Well, I'm doing this little project or whatever, and I'm actually basically like 5 questions about how you feel about interacting with people, like strangers and stuff. So, the first question is, where do you see the most joy in Chicago?
Well, I see the most joy in Chicago. I guess I see the most joy in Chicago on the streets of Chicago itself. So seeing protesters, preach about, on the corner about, their religion or rights for the Pride movement, the LGBTQ community, or, just unequal rights for, CPS or automotive workers, So
Yeah.
I see that they're passionate about that. However, they're displeased of what's going on, but they're joined for somebody else to hear them out,
That's nice. Another question I have is, what are the leaders like here in Chicago?
Oh, the leaders in Chicago I like?
Yeah.
Man, I met some great leaders. They really lead by example. They just don't say anything and then do the exact opposite of what they're preaching, what they're leading. They live it. They eat, sleep, and breathe it. So I met Minister Farrakhan not long ago, and he's a great example of a leader as well. They're really awesome people, and they really lead not only by example but living their lives by it too.
How you feel about like interacting with strangers, like people like your neighbors that live around you? Like I know you don't really like talk to them as much, but like what is that type of interaction that feels like talking with your stranger, like with your neighbors and stuff?
To be quite frank with you, I moved around a lot as a kid, so just going to a new place, interacting with your neighbors. Yeah, you're probably right. We don't talk too often, but we do talk. We do shoot every so often, just to get to know each other.
Right.
To know your neighbor, that's a good thing. I think just talking to strangers, you could really learn something from them, or they can learn something from you. And I think there should be more times when we talk to our neighbors to the left and right of us, so we can better understand each other. So we literally won't be neighbors anymore. So,
do you feel like it's some good and bad with talking with strangers?
oh yeah, most definitely. The bad. Let's go with bad first, since we always do that. The bad is that they may not want to be as friendly as you are, or they may not want to help you out in the end, but just A, see what you have, or B, see what it is that you don't have, so they can go get you in that aspect. Things of that nature. However, the good side in talking to strangers is that you never know who you might have a confidant in, a new friend or a new buddy or a new mentor or mentee type of system. You never know the places you may go, the people you might meet, or the things you might see, because you're missing out.
Sounds good. I have another question for you. Let's see. So, what is one of your, let's say, when you came here, right, for example, right, and you didn't know anybody, so they kind of technically like strangers to you. How was the interaction like on the first day?
Interaction, I don't know. I feel like you're skeptical at first, right? But until you hear somebody out, and you let a little hole in your wall, you let some of that information come in, and you receive it, and you willing to let yourself be vulnerable in that moment and seek it out. So you really, like I said earlier, you don't know what possibility of the future might happen, or what chances you might be blocking, because you have your walls up high, built thick and built to the core, and you don't let anyone in, so you don't get to know anybody. So you take a risk, play by chance.
That's good. Well, thank you, Josh.
Well, thank
Nice
you,
meeting
Kendall.
sir.
It was a pleasure.
That's a pleasure.
Hopefully I'll see you around often.